Hey guys, you're welcome to yet another tutorial on Benny. So my name is Benedicta, and today we're going to be learning how to cut this short pants, elastic short pants here. So if you're new on our channel, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So let's move over to sewing table. So in cutting this short pant, we'll be needing a tape measure, a fabric, a scissors, a long ruler, and of course a curve ruler. Then we'll be needing our elastic for the waistband. So for this particular tutorial, we won't be making use of our waist measurement as we are going to be applying an elastic band. So we're only going to be making use of our hip circumference. So let's go over. So here I'm going to be folding the fabric into two. I'm going to be fabric folding it into two as we're going to cutting on fold like you see me here. So I folded it into two, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be marking out a straight line at the top of that fabric, which is going to be serving as our starting point for this particular tutorial. And afterwards I'm going to be marking out 2.5 inch for our elastic casing. I'm marking up 2.5 inches elastic casing because I'm making use of the big elastic. If I'm making use of the smaller elastic, please use 1.5. But for the sake of this short pants, I'm going to be making use of 2.5 inches. So from that particular point, I'm going to take in my hip measurement, which is 8 inches, and I'm going to mark it out. The next thing I'm going to marking out is the length of full length of this pant, which is 15. I'm going to marking that out, and I'm going to roll a straight line across it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be marking out now is our hip measurement. Well, like I said, we're not going to be making use of our waist circumference here. We're only going to be making use of our hip measurement, and our hip measurement is 35. 35 divided by 4 is 8.75. So I'm marking 8.75 both on the waistline and on the hip line, and I'm going to straighten that out. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to determine our crotch depth. So to determine our crotch depth, we are going to be measuring what we have there, and we're going to be dividing it by 4. So for me, what I have here is 2.25. So I have 2.25 there. So I'm going to mark out my 2.25, which is going to be our crotch depth. So this is very easy, guys. Marking it out, then I'm going to be using my long ruler to stretch it out. Also, I'm going to determine our curve, I'm going to stretch it out down to the crotch line. To determine our curve, we're going to be extending our crotch line by 2.5 inches, same inches that would go for the crotch depth. We're going to be imputing to that crotch line, and then we're going to be using our curve ruler to find the perfect curve connecting the crotch depth and then the waistline. So we're going to connect it like right there, like you see me do so. So the next thing we're going to be doing is our thigh measurement. Our thigh measurement is 20 inches, and I'm going to divide it by 2. And 20 divided by 2 is 10 inches. I'm going to be marking out 10 inches. Then I'm going to be using my curve rule to actually make a slight curve from my crouch depth to my to the full length of this short pants. So here, I'm going to mark my hemming allowance. So I make use of 2 inches. This is free. You can make use of any inches of your choice. You can make use of 1 inch, but for me, I want a bold hem. So I'm making use of 2 inches. I'll extend that line, the line coming from the crotch downwards, and then I'll come out by ½ inch when I get to the hemming allowance I left. So now I'm going to cut out this pattern. We are done with the front pattern. I'm going to cut it out. So cut out from the hem. And please guys, don't forget your elastic band allowance. So like I'm cutting, please cut it out there. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell, share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. So we're continuing. Voila. So we are done cutting out the front piece. I'm going to slit that part open. I'm going to slit it open. So here we're done cutting the front piece. And then to cut out the back piece, we're going to be folding our fabrics into two again to cut out the back piece, and we're going to be placing our front piece on our back piece. So placing the front piece of a back piece at the crotch dart, please make sure you have enough allowance, enough space on the folded fabric in order to contain any measurement you are to input there. So on the crotch line of the back piece, we're going to be adding 2.5 inches. You can do 2 inches, you can do 3 inches depending on the size. But for this short pants I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches. So I'm adding my 2.5 inches all to the center back, to the crouch, and then all down to the full length of the shorts. And then I'm going to be marking that out for us to see. So right here, I'm done marking it out and I'm going to be cutting it out. I'll cut out the back piece. I'll cut it all the sides. Please cut gently. Take your time and cut. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, and for our returning subscribers, we have not forgotten you. We love you and we say thank you for always stopping by. So here I'm done cutting our back piece and I'm going to be opening them up for you to see what we got. So that's our back piece and this is our front piece. So I'm going to open them up right here and I'm going over to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew those two sides, those crouch side, place the front on front and I'll sew it up to the crouch depth. Then I'll do the same thing for the back piece also and I'll come back and show us. So here guys, I'm done sewing those parts together and I'm opening it up for us to see. So this is what we have for the front and then this is what we have for the back. So I'm going to be placing the front facing front on the back piece, the front of the front piece facing the front of the back piece, and I'm going to be joining it by the sides. I'll join the two sides together. Please, the back piece is bigger than the front piece. Please, it's supposed to be like so. At the end of the tutorial, you understand why it is like that. And then also I'm going to be joining the crouch. So I'm going to be taking in half inch on the sides and then half inch also round from one end to the another on the crouch. So right now I'm done sewing it and then this is what we have. So it's already coming out good. I'm done sewing the side and I'm done sewing the crouch. I'm going to turn it to the front for us to see what we have. So guys, this is what we have for our shorts. We have this for our shorts. This is the back piece. This is the back end, and then this is the front side. Okay, so this is what we have. And the next thing we're going to be doing right now is to fold in is to fold in our elastic casing. First, I'm going to be turning it in and I'm going to be folding it by half an inch. So I'll turn it in, then I'll fold it inwards by half an inch for my elastic casing. Then I'm going to run a stitch around it. I'll do it all around. And also at the hem, I'm going to turn it in 1 inch and then another 1 inch because we left 2 inch sewing allowance there. I'm going to do it for the both leg and I'll come back and show us what we have. And then now we are done with the sewing. I've gone ahead to sew the waist and I've gone ahead to hem the lower part. For the waist, I left 1 inch space to pass my elastic casing and I've done my hem of the shirt. So to know the measurement we're going to cut out for our elastic, I'm going to be taking away 5 inches from our actual waist circumference. And then our actual waist circumference is 30. So I'm deducting 25 inches from it. So I'm cutting out elastic of 25 inches. And then using my safety pin, I'm going to be I'm going to be passing it through the waistline of the shorts. So I'm going to passing it all through it, from the 1 inch allowance I left, and here I'm done passing it through. So I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine, place the two sides like so, and I'm going to run a zigzag stitch over it, then put it in and close up the 1 inch allowance I left at the waistline. So here I am done sewing it and our shirt is looking so beautiful. This is looking so beautiful. Please replicate this and let me know in the comment section. This is looking so beautiful. And with this, we have come to the end of our tutorial. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.